Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit on down because today we're talking about dating. Dating's hard. Being in a relationship long-term is hard. Dealing with the same person over and over again every single day. My God, what a drag. But also even trying to get into a relationship is even more difficult. Trying to find that trust with somebody, some random soul on this earth is one of the most difficult things any person can do. And all these dating apps right at the tap of your finger has made it even more confusing. People with high standards, people being so stuck up they're unbearable, or it's just a 56-year-old Taiwanese guy who's trying to gouge money from your pocket. When I feel like all anybody wants, man or woman, is a nice, good, obedient partner. Like a dog. But that's impossible nowadays, isn't it? But don't you fret, because I actually have a solution for you. You could fly around the world and date women from foreign countries and become a passport bro. The concept of Western men going to foreign countries strictly for dating is not new. Mail order brides were a big thing starting in the 60s up until even the late 90s. Man, I wish I could have gotten a mail order bride. I want to see what one of those websites are like. One of the old ones. I bet you there's still some kind of version of it today, but I want a Sears catalog of just beautiful Russian women who just cannot understand me. Extreme language barrier. By the early 2000s, retirees and expats were also traveling to other countries, often engaging romantically with the locals. Hell, I mean, even in World War I and World War II, our boys in blues stationed overseas would get a little frisky with the locals, and then they'd end up having some kids with them. I don't think that they probably went back to take care of the kids, but the concept of men going out and finding themselves a trad wife in foreign lands is nothing new whatsoever. However, the latest iteration of this evolution is called the passport bro. This term describes men who travel to economically poor, conservative countries seeking women with traditional values for dating or marriage. Trad wives, which if you don't know what a trad wife is, then maybe put a little video up of somebody up online to make you want to hate yourself. There they are, trad wife, so sexy.
Today's video is sponsored by Magic Spoon, your childhood reinvented. Magic Spoon is the cereal of the modern age because it's high in protein and has no sugar, making it a perfect fit for the variety of diets that you all are probably on. Magic Spoon has flavors you loved growing up, like cinnamon roll, fruity, cocoa, peanut butter, and birthday cake. But now it's grain-free, gluten-free, a keto-friendly bite, plus 13 grams of protein. And now Magic Spoon has treats. These high-protein bars are brand new and completely guilt-free, baby. God. Hey. Featuring the flavors of marshmallow, chocolatey peanut butter, double chocolate, and blueberry muffin. And each bar has 12 grams of protein and only 1 gram of sugar and 2 grams of carbs. They're the perfect snack to have in the morning, and I like to rip into one right before a workout. Why don't you treat yourself? Use my code PAPAMEAT or click the link in the description to try Magic Spoon cereal or treats today and get $5 off. Magic Spoon comes with a 100% happiness guarantee online. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Click the link in the description or go to magicspoon.com/PapaMeat for $5 off your purchase today. Thank you so much, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring the video, and back to the video.
To put it simply, a passport bro is a term used to describe a Western man who leaves their country in order to find a woman from a non-Western country. Some can't find a partner in their own countries, some are seeking more traditional relationships, and some just have a preference for foreign women.
I feel like you would be a passport bro. You just want to date Asian women.
Is that wrong?
I don't think it's wrong. I'm just saying you can have a preference. I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you'd want to be a passport bro. Then you know what? It's dating. You want to make sure it's kind of like a nice suit. You want to make sure it fits.
Fits good. Fits tight.
Okay. All right. Frustrated with the American dating scene, they believe Western women are too influenced by feminism and materialism, undermining commitment and loyalty in the relationships. I hate that women nowadays have to be so fucking independent. And they like going to Forever 21 and buying jeans. Stop that!
They go out their friends, shake their ass on other guys.
Yeah, they go out to the club, start twerking on other men. I don't like that. They perceive dating as overly transactional, prioritizing casual relationships over long-term commitments. Which, you know what? Tinder has made it easy for people to come and just quick little fucking go. People don't like to get to know each other. People in the dating scene, they're just like, all they want to do is suck my and have sex with me. Which you've kind of said that before too.
It gets boring.
You're just like, I don't want a casual hookup. I want a long-term thing.
I want to fall in love and break their heart.
I want to fall in love and dump them. They also argue that the balance of power in relationships has shifted unfavorably against men. You think that's true?
This is what men think.
This is your words. You're the person that is helping me type this up. That's why I'm asking you. Do you actually think that?
Well,
Whoa.
the passport bro scene, this is how they think.
Sure.
And I may or may not be subscribed.
No, I'm asking you, do you think that's true?
No, I don't think so. Well, I mean,
As soon as you're talking, I'm like, he is going to say a lie. Just say yes. I fucking know he's saying yes. They feel like women in their country have more options and are therefore more selective, leaving many men to feel overlooked or undervalued, which I will say, being an Uggo man right now, rough pumpkins, man. Because before it was just kind of like, that was just the cream, this was the crop. You know, like some guy with like a, you know, there might not be much, but I'm the best you got. Not anymore, dude. The internet's made that people fucking, nope, no thank you.
I was trying to find this study, which I guess was like 10 years ago, but they were saying that women are having more sex, but men are having less sex.
Oh, are they saying that just women are?
So they're saying that, well, there's that. It could be just more same-sex relationships. But people are also saying...
Blur all of that, what I just did. Blur all of that, please.
Other people are saying that the alphas are getting more pussy.
Oh, so you're saying that the men who are fucking, they're fucking way more.
Yes.
With more women versus the Uggos, us.
We're getting the scraps, if anything.
Yeah, we're barely getting anything left over. These motherfuckers are eating. Dating apps have made it easier for chads to get all the sniz, snuff, rough, buff, bush, and tail as they want, but the betas are left to pick up what measly little scraps are left over. Like fucking Willard, dude. I just got done watching Willard, and that's exactly what it made me think of. All those rats in there. I feel like Crispin Glover and fucking Willard. The common view among passport bros is that Western women, our queens here in the States, I don't know why I had a British accent there, have become too argumentative. They yap too much. Confrontational. Even I can find some truth in that, dude. Why the f you always arguing with me so much? That's the first thing I say on the first date. Why you always arguing so much? Damn! I'm not gonna... They're always up in my fucking business. They're manipulative. They make me do things I don't want to do. And exhibit traits often associated with masculinity. Why the f are you wearing basketball shorts so much now, dude? Billie Eilish has done irreversible damage. Took me a while to get to that word. Exhibit traits that often associate with masculinity. What the f does that even mean?
What that it actually means is that they're more like independent, more aggressive. This is the passport bro mindset, dude.
No, sure, man. And I will say a lot of people, which we gotta really skirt around this. I gotta watch out what I say. A lot of people have been saying that I'm sexist lately, and that is true. No, I'm kidding. To combat these feelings, men are now seeking out women who fit that trad wife lifestyle, traditional wife lifestyle, which I'm pretty sure is just 1950s housewife kind of thing. Man goes out to work, comes home, expects a nice cooked meal, clean house, and then he's probably like, I don't know, suck my dick. And she's like, okay, whatever, just obedient dog of a woman. Which has become increasingly rare in Western countries. So many men have started to look at overseas cultures and countries that embrace the traditional lifestyle they so desire, aka the Asias.
God, it's beautiful.
The land of the rising sun. Thus, the passport bro lifestyle was born, pushed through the grundle of its... Okay, we can't say it. These are people who want to escape this hell of modern feminism. They want a woman who prioritizes family, marriage, and long-term commitment. I don't see how modern feminism has destroyed that. I still feel like I see that a lot of places, but I'm gonna still, we need to get this out there. They also want relationships with traditional gender roles. The man is the provider and protector, right? Rock, flag, and eagle. And the woman is the homemaker and nurturer. Daddy want milky. The trad wife stuff I've seen online is people who are like a guy playing like Apex Legends, and his like wife walks in with like chicken, broccoli, and like macaroni and cheese and like a Mountain Dew and sets it down, and then he's like, "Thank you, baby." And all the comments in there are just like, "Women don't realize how much this means to us." That's where I'm like, that's the trad wife shit right there. Which it is also just, I mean, a person could fucking make dinner for someone, and the trad wife line to me is it's a gray area. If you like to cook, all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, you're a trad wife, you love to cook. like, I guess it just depends on the role dynamics of the relationship, right? Like if he was just like, why don't you get your sweet ass in there and make me some cookies? And she was like, okay, well, let me finish cleaning first and I'll go do it. Well, you know, whatever. Babe, empty! Babe, empty! And then she comes in, sorry, here you go, dear. To me, I'm like, that's a bit more traditional wife shit. Some passport bros even express a preference for submissive and subservient women to contrast the more independent and assertive nature of women in their own home countries, aka quiet Asian women. That's what they're looking for. They see a Vice documentary or they see one of like the fucking 12 million Japanese YouTube channels, and then every single American commenting, it's like heaven over there. They're so cute and kind. That's the kind of shit that those are the kind of people making those comments. But it's pretty much beta males who want to receive sloppy head from whatever they want. They just want these guys just want somebody to be like, cocky want boing boing, whatever the that meme was. And a person comes in and boing 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 boing. Why not? And the movement is gaining momentum and growing every day thanks to social media. Many who indulge in the passport bro way of life also contribute to the online conversation by creating content that documents their travels, offers dating advice, or critiques the dating culture in their home countries, which I do love that very much. Yo, women over here, they're stupid. But in Japan, beautiful diamonds over there, okay? Traditional good. That's why I got a Chinese woman over here. Hello. You have subreddits such as the Passport Bros with 31,000 members. On TikTok, the hashtag Passport Bros has been viewed 420 million times. There's even a dedicated website called theofficialpassportbros.com that can teach you all about this beautiful lifestyle.
Most of it's male active, or what is it? Male activists?
Male activists? Yeah, just try saying a regular human being, dude. A regular guy. A boy's boy, maybe? Just because you're anti-feminist doesn't mean that you're the devil, dude. Sorry. I don't buy into all the fucking hype. Yeah, how many times we've recorded I hate women on this channel? Might as well just go ahead and say it again here. I hate women! Death to feminism! That's gonna go well. That'll be a good one. These are essentially people bragging about how awesome being a passport bro is and want to show off all the cool stuff they do and all the pussy they get. And this lifestyle is even more achievable now, especially since working from home has become a very normal occurrence in the workplace. So you know what? Maybe I can just hop on over to Russia for a little bit because I can still do my IT job from the dark web. Can you imagine logging into work, your work email on the dark web? These men live what they call a digital nomad lifestyle. That's awesome. Where they work remotely in order to fund their travels and go abroad. A digital nomad. Can you imagine like hunter and gatherers in like the Neolithic era being like, there's going to be a thing called a digital nomad? They're like, huh? They pick countries that are poorer than the US so they can stretch their money significantly more than they would be able to back home. One of the biggest cheat codes is that these passport bros make all their income through USD, which is usually always much more significant in value compared to all of these other poorer countries. So they're able to flex. They're able to say, ooh, I got cash dollar. I got George Washington on my bill, sweetheart. So now that we know what a passport bro is, why don't we dive into some of the advice that the passport bros give? The first thing to consider when being a passport bro is deciding which country is right for you. Nick, which one is right for you? The yen is weak right now, my friend. I'm telling you, we're going to Japan this year and you're not gonna come back. I feel like you might just fucking stay over there, dude.
Should I do a passport bro vlog?
You should do a passport bro vlog. We'll insert into one of the videos. Nick's passport bro vlog. One of the most popular regions passport bros travel to are the Southeast Asian countries, such as Thailand, Vietnam, and even the Philippines.
Japan was not on the list.
I'm gonna go and throw Japan in there. All the guys are like, please yen, stay down. Keep the yen down. Asian cultures tend to lean heavily into traditional gender roles, and there is a strong sense of family ties that passport bros very much desire. These cultures are known for their hospitality and warmth.
You want sucky sucky?
Oh my. Oh my God. Women are perceived as welcoming and kind-hearted, which create an inviting environment for foreign men seeking relationships. The cost of living is exponentially cheaper, and you can live like a king even on the most modest of American budgets.
Which, let me tell you, wow.
$4 Ubers, $10 steaks? Is this heaven? And lastly, Southeast Asian women are often viewed as exotic in Western media, which makes the allure of traveling here so much more appealing.
beautiful porcelain doll.
My beautiful porcelain baby doll. How I've craved you in my entire life. My favorite movie? Memoirs of a Geisha. Similarly, you can go to Latin American countries like Colombia, Brazil, and the Dominican Republic. Passport bros go to these countries for similar reasons, such as affordability and the exoticness of the country. And those big, beautiful Latino asses, am I right? Ho, hey, hoorah. But the biggest difference is Latin American women are more fun, which this feels racist.
This is coming from the Passport Bros, dude.
Okay. But the Passport Bros say, better just put a clarification on it, that a big tip for Latin Americans is that they're more fun, outgoing, and just generally more loving than the Southeast Asian women, which feels racist to say, but it's not. That's not what we're saying. This is just from the websites and stuff we found online, so don't yell at me.
They got that spicy taco.
Oh my God. You cannot keep saying shit in the back, dude. And also, the biggest perk on the list is the thick dumpy that they say that they have, which I feel gross saying. If my wife is watching this, just know that this is not me. This is Nick saying this stuff and blaming it on Passport Bros. So I apologize for that. If neither of these destinations are up your alley, you can always go to Eastern European countries like Romania. I don't know if we can say any of the other countries. While these countries have a higher cost of living than both Latin America and Southeast Asia, they still are cheaper to live in compared to the United States.
If you want to date a white woman, you go here.
The racism meter is really ticking in my head like a Geiger counter. You're just like, also, if you like white people, if you only want to date a white person, you come here. But now that you have found the destination of your choice, right? Like after all these options and after some of the recommendations they give, now it's time to go find the perfect woman. That's step 2. That is a big leap. Where do I want to go? All right, well, I'm going to go find the perfect woman.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. There's the 2-step process. Good thing there are a slew of content creators out there to give you the perfect dating advice. Like Austin Abeda, aka the Digital Bromad. Austin's a self-proclaimed passport bro who teaches you all the secrets of dating overseas, but mostly in the Philippines. He likes the Philippines. Who doesn't? He mostly claims his content is designed to teach people how to work remotely in foreign countries, but really, he's just more so focusing on polling foreign women. But you know what, Austin? You don't have to hide that crazy little scheme any longer. Passport bros welcome you with open arms.
It's true. I searched up who the most famous one is, and he is.
So the Digital Bromad is the most famous passport bro.
According to Reddit. Everyone says, like, this is the only guy I sub to.
You think Reddit's the worst website on the internet?
Potentially. Not my subreddits that I visit, but the other ones that I do research on, yeah.
Yeah. My Reddits that I like are actually kind of cool.
Twitter.
I think I might hate Twitter more. I think Twitter has to be the fucking worst by far.
Not my One Piece subreddit, though.
One Piece subreddit. Oh my God. Perfect.
Oda could do no wrong.
Oda could do no wrong. He's probably gonna fucking die of a heart attack soon. I'm just saying statistically that it is not in his favor. Doesn't Shonen Jump, they're like, you have to take a break or you're going to die. And he's like, just let me do a couple more pages. What's the big deal? And he's just like railing cigarettes the whole time.
I think when Akira Toriyama died, they said, you take a 2-week break now.
Why'd you have to do that? But the Digital Bromad does have a 3-step system in becoming a passport bro. And the 3 steps go as followed. 1. The leap of faith. This involves flying to a country of your choosing, downloading all the dating apps, make the connections with the locals. They're going to be your guides and help you explore this brand new world. The 2nd step, be a pioneer. Stand out amongst your friends. Find other passport bros and share notes with each other. That way you can get all the tips and tricks from the bros.
And when you meet up, share notes and resources, you could literally rent mansions together.
And 3. Stability. Settle down in your favorite place, learn a new language, and live like the rich. Pay people to do chores like folding laundry and making the bed. That way, you have more time to get pussy. What's weird about so far about learning about passport bros is that they want a trad woman, but it isn't for relationships. It's just so they can
Well, that's the hypocrisy of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The hypocrisy is that, like, oh, these women are so stuck up in the States or whatever. But really, it's just like, oh, they won't me. I don't like them because they're so, you know, they're a fucking feminist. But then they, like, go over to, like, a fucking Southeast Asian country. And they're like, they could probably settle down or even get married. But instead, they're just like, I don't want to all these girls over here. Yeah, look how rich I am. But the Digital Bromad also gives you advice on how to pull Asian baddies. Results may vary.
Step 1, get a passport. Step 2, fly into the Ninoy Aquino International Airport, Manila. Step 4, invite a local Filipina to the movie, and boom, she steps in. What is this? The entire movie theater is full of high-quality beds? She's shocked. You're shocked. There's a remote. Have her press it.
So wait, is he dating this chick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, so the digital bro man did at least settle down with one of his faraway queens. You know what, Austin? Good for you, dude. Showing passport bros that you can get some pussy, but then settle down. What a guy. You think he'd probably do well in the States, right?
But he's doing better overseas. That's what matters, dude.
Why settle? Why settle for anything? You also have people like Sam Speaks Dating. He's an American dating coach who moved to Medellin, Colombia.
Medellin.
And he is definitely not a passport bro. So get that out of your fucking head. I know he's on this list, but he's not a passport bro, okay? In one of his videos, he talks about how to find a traditional woman in Colombia. Roll that shit.
3 ways to identify a traditional woman, part 2. She doesn't post thirst traps online looking for attention. You don't want a girl who's shaking her ass on the gram all the time and saves that for behind closed doors. Follow me for part 3.
One of his biggest green flags with women is if they don't post thirst traps on social media. Or even bigger, larger green flag is if they don't have a social media at all. So no one on earth knows about them but you. That's a jackpot right there. And this means that they'll be the most loyal person and that they'll only show that intimate side to you. You know which intimate side I'm talking about, right? Yeah. He also has another video about how to trick women to come back to your place while pretending it's a date. That's a leap.
Step 1, send her a voice message, call her throughout the day. Make her feel special. Just let her know that your day is super crazy, but you'll be free around 10 p.m. And the great thing is, restaurants are gonna be closed at 10, so what's the solution? Your place. And just like that, guys, you have her exactly where you want her to be.
This feels like the fucking dentist system or something like that. So the only place left to go is back to your place. Gotcha, bitch. Now, this way, when you go out to your place, you don't have to spend any money out at any restaurants or any movies or anything. You can watch movies and you probably get a little pussy later, all right? Bulletproof method. Lie is the biggest thing. The best way to start any relationship is built on a brick of lies. Just gonna put that out there, okay? There's also another guy named Beswells. His go-to technique is to grab women by the hand and compliment them. That is a bold choice, my God. Here he is making a woman suck her own lollipop.
Chupa chupa.
Filipina Tea is a channel that focuses on giving advice to foreigners traveling to the Philippines. Oh, so this is a woman who's saying like, hey, if you're a man, this is what you need to do when you come here.
It's all Filipino stuff, but she focuses a lot on like the traveling aspect. There's a video on like, there's a rise of HIV going on, so be careful.
That's actually kind of a fucking helpful tip. I like that. And of course, we have to get to this part of the video. Of course, with all good things, there's gonna be haters. Always haters, dude. Hate, hate, hate. Fuck! People will call you delusional if you think that just traveling to a country automatically means that you're gonna get more pussy. Okay, what? Have you seen the statistics and the facts that we've presented so far? If you go to another country, you're gonna get more pussy. Sorry, liberals. Probably didn't want to hear that, but that's the case, dude. Passport bro, stamp my passport. It's a little pussy book. Ooh, can you imagine a passport bro open? He's like, you have no idea how much pussy I'm about to get. The guy in Colombia is like, what? And he's like, you have no idea how much fucking strange I'm about to tear up here. Go ahead and stamp it. Easy with the stamp though, easy. One of the big criticisms people say too is that us fucking people in the States aren't exotic to these other countries, which to that I would say, who the fuck are you, dude? I'm exotic as hell. I'm like a Mercedes. I'm like a fucking Jaguar, dude. What about your frumpy ass? Oh, you're exotic? I doubt it. In Japan, the locals are calling passport bros losers back home on account of that they probably can't get laid in their own country. But you know what? That's kind of funny though. They see all the passport bros and they're like, oh yeah, all the losers come here to try to like Asian women. It feels like there must be a sect of women who are like, oh God, you that American guy when he came over. And the guy's like, yeah, she did. It was awesome. And we're in love now. Another criticism is that these men, no matter what age, typically older, I would say older men who have an established career that can go and do this stuff, go out and they usually only typically date women 18 to 25 age range, which is just a little creepy. If you're an older guy doing a little Leo DiCaprio thing, it's just one of those things where it's like, just go after somebody your own age. What are we doing here? But ignoring that fact, a lot of critics argue that passport bros perpetuate harmful stereotypes, exploit economic disparities, and contribute to cultural insensitivities, as there is a tendency to objectify women from other cultures. The men often reduce women to cultural stereotypes, seeing them as submissive, docile, and more compliant than Western women. That feels like I could immediately see that from some of the shit I see online, dude. Yeah, Asian women are just like so much more quiet and peaceful. How can I get an Asian woman? I've seen shit like that in comment sections all the time. What I wouldn't give to go and get a Japan woman. Not even Japanese woman, a Japan woman. People have expressed concerns that passport bros view women as commodities to be acquired rather than as an actual equal partner.
Like Like Pokemon cards.
Like Pokemon cards, dude. Like collecting fucking Pokemon. And how dare you say that passport bros love dozens... There's also the economic exploitation that passport bros use in order to get dates and sleep with women. I have big USD dollars. You should just come stay with me tonight, is the criticism, which I would say, you know what, dude? Why don't you stop being such a fucking prude? These men come from wealthier countries and often attract women who are often less financially well off or in poverty. This raises concerns about the authenticity of the relationship, and some would argue that it is all transactional. That's the same thing with the mail order brides. None of the mail order brides actually loved the people. They just want that green card, dude. They want to get that citizenship, which I guess that's a fucking bill you have to pay somehow.
If I had a mail order bride, she would love me for who I am. I saved her.
Passport bros also don't often realize the extreme culture shock some of these countries have and set up unrealistic expectations due to the stereotypes. But as soon as they come back and, you know, they're living in the States, they quickly realize that these women aren't just fucking dolls for them to control and puppet around, and that they have their own free will, which is a huge bummer that they don't talk about in the Passport Bros subreddit. There are entire Facebook groups dedicated to men who got married to Filipino women and ended up regretting it. Unhappily married to a Filipina or foreigner help group. I like how it's Matthew Perry.
Did he marry a foreigner?
Could I be any more vaccinated with that shirt on? I don't know. He's dead now. I don't know what happened. Over 2,000 people in it too. It's so funny. Oh, I want to read this post here. From Brandon Dishman. How many people married a beautiful, young Filipina, only to learn after citizenship was obtained that their every action, reaction, virtually every aspect of their personality was manufactured falsehood, and that you had married a complete stranger? Well, that's odd. Well, I barely knew you to begin with, and I feel like I just don't even know you. That while your heart grew in love for them, their heart grew in resentment for you. That they resented you for every lie they ever had to tell. Lies such as, I love you, and virtually every other utterance of affection while they towed the line towards citizenship. You know, in a lot of ways, too, reading this, first off, it's like, what do you expect? I mean, it is a transactional relationship. That is what it is. But it does make me think that some people are just so delusional or socially awkward that maybe they feel like because of that transactional thing, it is real. That you can actually buy someone's affection in that way, which, I mean, obviously you can't. Affection grows from a place of interest and desire and want. I think that some people are so awkward enough to maybe fully believe that, oh, I could just buy someone's affection. You can buy someone physically, you know, people being like, oh, you know, I'm with this person because he buys me this or whatever, and I can sleep with them just to get that line. But there's no actual affection there, I would imagine.
Just resentment.
Yeah, and it does become resentful after a while too, because you probably get what you want, and then you're like, oh my god, now I'm stuck with this fucking guy. Something that they don't realize is that in Southeast Asian countries, the woman is the decision maker in the household. Their ideas of a traditional wife don't actually fit what is reality. It's the grass is always greener side of things, right? You think you want this thing, but really you get it, and ooh, I actually just didn't, that's not what I want at all, actually.
Also, they think that it's American traditional wife when it's actually a different culture, traditional.
Yeah, they hear a traditional Southeast Asian wife and they're picturing, once again, probably the nuclear family, wife at home kind of thing, subservient. But these are all just different ideals and different cultures that we're not going to actually look into. We're just going to blindly go in because they're cute. We have another comment here from Vagina MacGyver. I'm in the subreddits for Asian countries and see a lot of bitching and moaning from these American dudes who marry into Japanese, Chinese, and Korean families. These women aren't submissive, and the American women are grossly unprepared for what traditional truly means because they're trying to apply Western culture to a different culture. They think that they want a trad wife, but they have no idea what it consists of in their part because they've been groomed in an individualistic society. I really think these men are Delulu. What is Delulu? I really think these men are Delulu if they think American women are the problem. Well, what do you know, dude? Kidding. For some men, I feel like what they really want is complete and utter control of every aspect of their partner's life. They want to fully be in control. It's like a power kind of struggle thing. I think it was what they really want. They want someone to beckon at their call, be obsessive over them, and treat them like a god while they get to kind of live like a baby. Which also I've heard too from even my wife that men typically who have a good relationship with their mom are very are babies, versus men who maybe didn't get along with their parents or along with their mother are more like independent or like have to clean up after themselves. So that's why I still wear diapers. Which, here's the thing. I think that the passport bro thing has been marginalized by men who are obsessed with just getting pussy because they're basically incels here in America, in the States, and they feel like they know that they can't connect with other women, and it's a social issue, right? But being able to look at somewhere exotic and being able to feel like you can have that confidence and that power over somebody is very alluring to these people. But I don't think there's anything wrong with a guy who's like, listen, dude, I think Filipino chicks are just fucking hot. The USD's strong over there, and I want to get a Filipino wife. Is there a problem with that? Moving to the fucking Philippines and doing that kind of thing? I don't think so. Or even going to find a Filipino bride? I don't think so. I do think it is weird if you try to hold over your, I guess, economic status to woo women over, or God forbid, lie to them about going to a restaurant at 10 p.m. only to come back and be like, well, I guess we should just have sex, right? I don't know. But I will say this, in your home country right now, if you're in the States watching this and you feel that you can't connect with someone, let me tell you something. There is someone out there for everybody. I mean, it's odd. I don't know how it's possible, but there is literally someone out there for everybody. And the biggest thing that these passport bros do is that they completely give up. They look at everything as black and white and that there's no hope. There's always hope. Part about being in a relationship, especially being in a healthy relationship, is legitimately trying. It's fucking hard, it's hard work, but once you find that person, it's so much more special than just going somewhere and just fucking a ton of random people. I can promise you that. It's without a doubt. Meaningless sex is appealing when you're fucking 18 to 21 years old or something like that. But then after a while, the world gets a lot more fucking lonely. So I would just say, look for other people that are like-minded as you and that you actually want to build a relationship with, because by building a better relationship, you become a better person. That's all I have to say. All right, passport bros, fly high and fly true, my friends. And all the women in those countries, maybe have a few talks with some of the people that are going out with these guys. I have no idea. All right, that's all I got for today. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah. We go to Japan. We're gonna follow the passport, the bromad.